Hey guys, how you all doing? Well, today I'm going to talk about um, three things that I found to be especially useful, or what's the word? Have a lot of utility living in a van. Uh, Fairly common things. Let's start with this little item. This is a microfiber towel. It's a beautiful green color, as you can see. It's like a fluorescent green. Extreme close up for you. Um, this I bought, believe it or not, at Walmart, five for $5. They used to be five for $3. They raised their price. Dirty buggers. Anywho, these towels are very useful if you're living in a van because they dry way faster. Now, I was gonna buy a big fancy microfiber towel off Amazon for like $20 or whatever the heck it was, but um, I basically what I do is I take one of these every day when I wash up in the morning, when I wash my face and my head and everything, and I take one of these every day and I use it, and then I have these little clips, kind of like paper clips. They're those black butterfly kind of clip things. They clip on. They're meant for paper. But I just found a little spot on my van. I clip one corner up each side. Hello. I clip one on each side, and next day, within 12 hours, it's dry. It's not sopping wet. I wring it out, and then it's good to go. Now, I live in a very humid climate in Vancouver, BC, and having things dry fast is kind of an important thing. Now, before I was using this, my plan was to just buy a cheap, kind of smaller towel, a little bit bigger than this one. It was like I bought it at Walmart for like $10, and I bought two of them. And I thought they would work well because they're a thinner material. A cheap towel is thin, so thin means dry fast, right? So unfortunately, they didn't dry fast. They took like a couple days, and then meanwhile you got this wet towel in your van. Not good. So this towel, these microfiber towels, dry way faster. It's not really a towel. It's more like a large dishcloth or a small towel. Maybe, I don't know, foot by foot. Something like that. They dry fast, and the next day it's ready to take off, and I wash up and I put the next one there. Then at the end of the week, I put them in my laundry. Well, as I go, I put them in my laundry, and then of course they dry fast too, so I don't have to worry about having a bunch of towels taking forever to dry in the dryer, which is another plus. So yes, essential item: quick dry towel, microfiber. Very handy. Another essential item: Thermos. This is, it says, you can read it, another extreme close up, 24 hours cold, 24 hours hot. The beauty of this is wherever I am, if I'm at work or if I'm at my ex-wife's or wherever there's a stove, not even a stove, it doesn't have to be a stove, it can just be a kettle of one of those plug-in ones that work there. They have a plug-in one on the counter. So I'm just before I eat my lunch every day, I just plug in the kettle. It gets boiling hot. Take my lid off, like so. How entertaining is that? And then I take this lid off, and then I fill this up. Now, what's important is to get right to the top, or not right to the top, but as close as you can where it's not overflowing. The reason is, I've done some experiments with this now. If you just put it like, maybe 400, no, not 400, maybe 250 milliliters or a cup of water. The next morning, the water is going to be cold. Doesn't matter if it's a really good thermos, it's still going to be cold. So yeah, you got to fill it right to the top. It lasts hot for longer. The other thing is, I don't have to worry about getting water every day, because what I do is I fill this up. Now, when I use this, I'm using it in conjunction with this, and what I do is I have to do a how I wash up in the morning video one of these days, but I'm not so sure if my ego can handle it, to be honest. You guys want to see me with a soapy head and soapy face? It's probably not a pretty sight. Anywho, so what I do is I take my towel and I fold it up, and I put half of this cup with water, so maybe, well, half a cup, right? And I just stick it in until this is completely soaked, saturated. I take it out and I wring it out into my cereal bowl, which I already ate. I eat breakfast first. Then I put the towel in, wring it out, and now I have a really hot towel, because of course the water is super hot from the thermos. And I got soap all over my head. Like, I use a foam soap, and then I just use a nice hot towel, and it's very refreshing to take all the soap off. That's just the daily routine. You know, I also take a shower 3 or 4 times a week in my ex-wife, so I have to have a clean head in the morning. Otherwise, it just feels oily and greasy. So yes, thermos, really important. Now, the other part of the thermos, which I kind of touched on, is it brings, I only use a cup of the water. Actually, really only a half a cup. So then what I do is I fill my daily water bottle thing, which holds like 800 milliliters. This one holds 1.2 liters, or 40 ounces for you American folk. Yeah, I use 250 milliliters or less, and I wash myself up with it. And then I have the whole rest of the water to drink for the rest of the day. And because I'm not in the van that much, mostly just at night, like around 7 o'clock, I'm actually in the van, or maybe 8 o'clock, or maybe not at all until bedtime. Depends what I'm doing. But the beauty of it is now I have water. So when I go to get water, I rarely have to fill up my 10-liter container, because only really when I have time off of work, because I got water every day at work. So I fill this up and it works perfectly for me. Maybe I should be drinking more water. Maybe that's why I have so much water. I don't know. One other good useful feature of the thermos bottle is stealth factor. You stick this in the front seat of your cargo van. What construction guy, contractor doesn't have a thermos? Hot coffee, hot soup, whatever. Definitely adds to the stealth factor. And now let's turn on the invisible amber light. Oh, look, the switch went on. Who knew? Not me. I've never turned it on before. Alright guys, so we talked about the thermos. We talked about the microfiber towel. The last thing I'm going to mention is this little deal right here. This is the Goal Zero. Extreme close up. Focus you. Goal Zero Luna Light. L-U-N-A. Luna Light. What this is a 10 LED light stick that plugs. It's supposed to, it's, you know, its ideal purpose is to be plugged into a laptop, into the USB port. And the great thing about this is, well, lots of good things. It bends, so you can move the light anywhere you want, to face whatever direction you want. The other thing is, 10 LEDs, it uses hardly any power. And thirdly, it provides lots of light. I mean, it's not like obviously super bright, but kind of as a light to illuminate the inside of your van at night when you're kind of relaxing. This is a good source of light. And it's like 20 bucks Canadian on Amazon. It's probably 10 or 15 on the US Amazon. I'm not sure. Anyway, so that's the Luna Light. Definitely recommend it. Very useful. Anyways, guys, I hope you found those three things educational, illuminating, i.e., light, and maybe there's some things that you haven't thought of before that you could use in your daily van dwelling RVing life. Thanks for watching. Take care. Have a good night.